Hello Wildcats and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I am Dr. Jennifer Tomasian and I am the proud principal here at Paloma Valley High School. I'm so glad to see everybody virtually. Hello everyone. This message is primarily geared for parents, and out of our parents it is primarily geared for parents of our incoming freshmen and our new students to us, because we're going to kind of go through some of the things that you need to know to help your student get into their classes and be successful. So the first one is that every single one of our students has an email address. It is their ID number followed by @my.puhsd.org. The password to their email is their student created password, which they made when they first signed on to their Chromebook, or reset whenever they needed to reset it. So every student has a Gmail. It's super important that every student checks their email every day, multiple times a day. Please, parents, help us by supporting your kid to check their email every day. Now let's talk about some more of the platforms we're going to use, and specifically how they're going to get into their classes starting Monday. So the first thing your student needs to do is to go to our website, pvhs.puhsd.org. Bookmark it, you'll be there a bunch. Then they're going to click where it says Class Link on the website. Once they get into Class Link, these are many of the apps that we use with students for instruction. So they're going to see Infinite Campus and Canvas, which are two that we're going to talk about today. They will also see things like Pearson for their textbook, Edmentum if they're doing credit recovery, Destiny, they can check what things they have checked out to them for textbooks. And so this is where it links all of their accounts together. It's a single sign-on so that they sign in one time. Some of these things they can get to just by going directly to the Infinite Campus website. We don't want them to do that. We want them to go through ClassLink so that it's a single sign-in and they're already tied to their account. All right, so let's talk about Infinite Campus. This is where your students' information lives. This is their schedule. This is their grades. And so what they're gonna do, they'll click on Infinite Campus, then they'll log in. Over here for them, their login is their 6-digit ID number, not the whole email, just the ID number. Their password is that same password they use to log into the device. Once they go in, they're gonna see their Infinite Campus portal. It looks a little bit different than your parent Infinite Campus portal. So they're gonna log in, see those 3 little bars, click them, and get their schedule. Schedules are live as of this morning. Have them do this today, and so that way they can check out who are their teachers, what class periods do they have them. It should list their class and a teacher. It doesn't list a room number right now because we're all digital. If they have something that's not a class, if it's a big blank spot on period 2, whoops, that means that something got missed and you need to email your student's counselor. All right, so otherwise they should have all 7 classes listed. Even if they're a senior and they have a skip period, it should say no class if it's a skip. All right, then they're gonna check out their Canvas page. So come back to ClassLink and click on Canvas. Canvas is what we call a learning management platform. And so this is where your student is actually gonna be doing their classwork. Infinite Campus is where their final grades get recorded and their teacher schedule lives. Canvas is where the work lives. So they'll click on Canvas, and then they will go to each of their, well, they'll get a dashboard. And so we don't have a screenshot of that here, but when you click on Canvas, you will see your student's dashboard, and that will list each of the classes that they are signed up in. Something to note, most of our teachers use Canvas as their learning management platform. Some teachers use Google Classroom. And so they're going to do a different process for signing into Google Classroom. I should have said it at the beginning, but we're gonna send all of this to your student in an email. They're gonna see it in their orientation tomorrow. We're also gonna send it into you in an email, and so you can follow up later with some of these things if you can't read them from here. If you have not gotten communication from one of your teachers by the end of Tuesday, so August 11th, they should have gone through all of their classes by then that means there's a problem. So please let us know at that point. And you can email the teacher directly. Every teacher's email is their first name dot last name at puhsd.org. Here's your Google Classroom directions. So if they're using Google Classroom, they'll have a link and a code on their Canvas homepage as well as their web page. So follow the directions from there and put in that code for Google Classroom. Parents, you might be curious, how do I get a hold of a teacher if I'm not signed up in their Canvas page or Infinite Campus? Back on our main website, there's this feature here that says Teacher Web Pages. You can click that and that will take you to a list of all of our teachers, how to get hold of them, what is their email, which platform they use, whether it's Google Classroom or Canvas, and a little bit of background information about who they are. Check your email and your Canvas daily. That is my biggest message. The other message that I wanted to talk about today, which I don't have a graphic up here for, I'm sorry, is the schedule. So we are using a bell schedule for distance learning here in the fall. So on Mondays, students will be getting and seeing their first period teacher, their third period teacher, their fifth period teacher, and their seventh period teacher. And all of those are their odd period classes for synchronous instruction. They're gonna log into their Canvas. It might send them to a Google Meet where they're gonna do some video conferencing with their teacher, talk to their classmates, ask questions, get live instruction. On Tuesdays, we have synchronous instruction for all of our even period classes, so 2, 4, and 6. And we will attach the schedule to this email that you're getting. Wednesdays, we repeat for odd days, 1, 3, 5, and 7. And then on Thursdays, we have periods 2, 4, 6 again. Fridays is an asynchronous day for everybody, and it's a little bit shorter. It only goes 8 to noon. And then in the afternoon, we have teacher professional development and staff meetings and working with our teachers. In addition to the synchronous and asynchronous times, teachers can schedule additional synchronous times. And so the way I put this to students is that if your teacher loves you so much that they want to see your beautiful face every day, then they're going to ask you to sign in and check in every single day. During the asynchronous times, they might be doing video meeting, they might be doing independent practice, they might be in a discussion board with other students, and so it's really important that they check every class every day. Check their email, get into Canvas, get into Google Classroom, check those things every day. It's gonna be a great year, Wildcats. None of us know what this year is gonna look like a month from now, or 6 months from now, or come June when we have graduation. But I know that together, we're all gonna get through it. So let's get this year started.